Hello there, my name is Charlotte Casey and I am Learning Leader for Religious Studies, and I'm going to talk to you about the Religious Studies GCSE. So you may not know, but all students will study GCSE Religious Studies at Littleworth College. However, we do give students a choice as to which option or which route they would like to take. So they have the choice of either doing the full course or the short course. The full course is the study of beliefs, teachings and practices of two religions, and our chosen religions are Christianity and Islam, and then studying 4 ethical themes, which are religion, peace and conflict, religion and relationships, religion, human rights and social justice, and religion and life. If students were to choose the full course, it will be one of their option choices, and they won't do the short course alongside of it, they will just do the full course. So what that will look like is they will have 5 hours a fortnight for their full GCSE, and they will be awarded a full GCSE qualification at the end. And then they will have 1 hour a week of additional support with their other option choices. And if students then want to do the short course, it will sit alongside of their options. And it is the beliefs and teachings of two religions, so not the practices. Again, same religions, Christianity and Islam. And then they will do 2 of the ethical themes, religion, peace and conflict, religion and relationships. And they will receive half a GCSE. The assessment objectives for religious studies are the same, whether you choose full course or short course. They are AO1, knowledge and understanding of religious beliefs and teachings, and AO2, which is evaluation. And we can show you some examples of what that looks like a little bit later on. Okay, so the full course is split into 2 papers, so they will go into the exam hall twice. Paper 1 is the study of 2 religions. So Islam, beliefs and teachings. We look at things like life after death, the importance of prophets, the Quran, and the relevance of the Quran today, and the nature of God. And then in the practices section of paper 1B, they will look at how Muslims live according to the Quran and according to Allah's will. So we look at things like the 5 pillars, festivals, worship and jihad. Then the second section of paper 1, paper 1A, is Christianity, beliefs and teachings. So again, we look at life after death, the importance of Jesus, the creation story and the Trinity. And then the practices, again, it's how that influences the Christian in their day-to-day, looking at worship, baptism, festivals and pilgrimage. These 2 papers will be the first exam, and they are worth 50% of the total GCSE, which will be an hour and 45-minute exam. Paper 2 for the full course consists of 4 ethical themes. The themes are really interesting, and they apply to what is happening in the world around us. So lots of what we hear about in the news and the media is covered in these themes. There is also lots of cross-curricular links between the themes and other GCSE options. So, for example, religion, peace and conflict, lots of what we talk about here, you will talk about in your history lessons as well. So there's some really nice cross-curricular links. We'll look at the causes and consequences of war, religious attitudes towards war, pacifism, protesting, terrorism, and the just war theory and holy war. We will look at religion and relationships, so the purpose of sex, sex outside of marriage, divorce, contraception, homosexuality, the role of parents and the role of the family, and gender discrimination within religion as well. Religion, human rights and social justice. So some really good cross-curricular links with sociology. So if you're looking at sociology, this would be a unit of work that would fit in really nicely with that is not available on the short course option, only available on the full course option. So these 2 here you will do if you do the short course, but this is one of the units that's only on the full course specification. So things that we look at in human rights and social justice, we look at gender prejudice, racism, homophobia, violent and non-violent protest, freedom of religious expression, poverty, causes of it and how we can help people living in poverty, human trafficking and the importance of charity. The fourth theme, again, these two here on the left are only for the full course, is religion and life. Big cross-curricular links with geography, looking at the Big Bang Theory, looking after the environment, global warming and animal experimentation, and then looking at human life. So abortion, what is abortion, arguments to agree and disagree, ensoulment and euthanasia. So some really interesting topics that really allow students to give their own opinions and look at obviously the opinions and views of others and evaluate whether these things are acceptable or not in the modern world. With all of these themes, we will obviously look at religious attitudes to it, but non-religious attitudes as well. So it's as much about the secular views as it is the religious views. So that's the full course in a nutshell. If, however, students choose to do the short course that sits alongside their options, they will do one exam paper, which will be split into two sections. So again, the Christianity beliefs and teachings and Islam beliefs and teachings, and as you can see, they won't be tested on the practices section, and this section of the paper will be worth 50% of the total GCSE and will be 50 minutes of the exam. The short course, section 2, will look at religion, peace and conflict and religion and relationships, and as you can see, religion and life and human rights are not on the short course specification. So what our students say about RS. So I have asked my full course students to tell me what they like about religious studies, and here are some of the things that they have said. They prefer going into detail about both of the religions, which they said they couldn't have done if they took the short course. It helps them to look at the world from different perspectives. It's interesting and relevant in the modern world. They've learned so many new and interesting things. They learn about how religion affects people. Sharing my opinion and listening to others has made me more respectful. It teaches you loads of diverse knowledge about different cultures and religions. And then one student said that they liked being able to give their opinion on the topics that we cover. And they are topics that don't have a yes or right, a yes or no answer, right or wrong answer. They're questions and ethical issues that require multiple different views and opinions, and we welcome students to share those opinions in the lesson. Skills that you will learn in RS, are obviously you're able to read those at your leisure, but asking questions is really important, looking at different responses to questions. Evaluation is key. Talking and listening and debating are really important skills that you will learn how to do properly and respectfully in an RS lesson. Looking at scripture and how it's relevant today. Extended writing. So the exam will have a 12-mark essay. Each paper that you sit, whether you do the short or the full course, the questions will be exactly the same. There will be a 1, 2, 4, 5 and 12-mark essay at the end. So the extended writing is something really important that you will be able to practice in your religious studies learning. So some jobs then about where RS will take you. Anything where you are going to be working with people. RE is all about looking at the world around us and looking at how society works and the different cultures, the different belief systems and the different religions within the society that we live in. And learning about those makes you more accepting of those religions. It makes you more aware of them, and I believe looking at all of the different ethical issues makes you more well-rounded and able to tackle some of the big issues that we look at within, that we see happening in society around us. So I've just put some jobs that religious studies fits in really nicely with. And just to finish, I wanted to show you some examples of the GCSE work. Again, so we've got here some work on animal testing, human rights and social justice, looking at peace. So when we're looking at Christian attitudes towards peace and justice. Students here have got some work on Islam that they did. They did a project on Islam to support the beliefs and teachings aspect of the course. And then here is a 12-mark essay. So this gives you an indication of the level of writing that would be required for the 12-mark essay. And obviously, if you choose the full course, you will have more of these to write. And if you choose the short course, you'll have less of these to write. But however, all of the GCSEs that are available to you will require some length of written work. So we don't want that to put you off, but we also want you to be prepared for the amount of written work that is required in a religious studies exam. I hope you found this useful. I hope this has given you some clarity on the short and the full course. If you have any further questions, please do get in touch with me, Miss Casey. Come and see me in T6 or email me, and I'm more than happy to answer any of your questions. And we look forward to teaching you in Year 9. Take care, and we'll speak soon. Bye-bye.